Welcome into this reading. I received the message, go back to the beginning, and the cabin in the woods was what I heard, and I felt like that kind of opened up some sort of reading space. I don't know what that means, or even who this message is for. I could be reading me. Maybe this is for a few months down the road. Maybe this is for someone else. We're just gonna dive in. But the feeling that I get is that there is some kind of interference. And I'm going to start getting some cards out so I can start kind of refining this message and working with it. Okay, I feel like that word is important. Refine. To refine something and to remove interference. Because when I think about going back to the beginning in a cabin in the woods, I think about simplifying. I think about removing distractions, removing something that has become too complicated, and returning back to a state, removing a state without interference, a state. Maybe some of us are traveling to another state. There's a need to a physical state or even just a different state of mind. A state of mind without interference where we can refine something. It's making me think about how whenever you're coming across this message, this is a very, I don't want to say critical, potent period of time to fully step over the threshold of something that has been like, the compass has been set, you've traveled towards this thing, and it's kind of time to kind of drop the interference and kind of focus in some capacity to refine something. So that makes me, there's something that we already have, and it makes me think about how a stone is like a raw gemstone, and then it's refined in some capacity. It's refined into something that has been, the roughness has been removed, and it's smooth and kind of gleaming and kind of shiny. But it also, there's a double message here where it's something has been refined, where it's kind of like something that doesn't have as much value, but it's been polished so much that it looks like it has value. And so that the purpose of going back to the beginning, going back to the cabin in the woods, is to get back to a state without interference that we can determine if something has value or not. It's like there's an opportunity here for a lot of us to either accept something the way that it is or to reject it and to choose something new. But there's kind of a need to just strip it back. Be like, what is... Like, I want to refine something that's been undervalued. Going back to the beginning. Whoa, I don't know what this message is. Okay. Whoa. Again. Okay, I'm gonna show you the cards. Whoa. Guys, I don't know who this message is for. Okay. Whoa. Okay. The below energy, the message in the... Okay. Thank you. Okay, wow. Whoa. Okay. Something's going on right now. Okay. So the below energy supporting the spread, I have the eight of, I don't know why I just did the like makeup guru hand thing. We've got the eight. It's this energy that's coming in hot. It's coming in fast. It feels like a window of time where it's kind of like, it's time to recenter. It's time to regroup, go back to the beginning. It's coming in as kind of, it's clear. And maybe you know what this message is about for you. To refine it. To refine something or to let it go. Whoa, okay. And then the above energy, we have the 7 of Wands. The 7 to the 8, the 8 to the 7. It's like the above ground situation, which what's most obvious in a lot of our lives right now is a state of conflict. We're feeling like we're fighting to protect something that has been refined, some kind of growth that you've experienced, some kind of epiphany or elevation you've gotten to a higher perspective through maybe these past few weeks, these past months, these past years. You've been working really hard on something, and I've felt like there's a sensation of gaining ground. Like I can see farther than I could see before. And there's a little bit of a defensiveness, like a feeling of some force is encroaching on some sort of progress that you've gained, or some sort of physical, some kind of stance that you've gained. There's a need to protect it. But underneath it, there's a bigger force happening. And the bigger force is pushing you forward, so that what you've gained, what you've refined cannot be taken away from you. Go back to the beginning. It's like some gift that you have that has been there since the beginning, since some sort of inception point. But some of us are doubting. Some of us are doubting that what we have is of value, but the message is it is of value. Keep going. Keep refining it. Not because it's not valuable as it is, but because by refining it, this is interesting, but by refining it, this is interesting because the way the message is coming through, it could easily be interpreted as like, refine the message so that others also appreciate it as something that has value. But it's not about that. It's about trusting yourself to be the leader in some capacity of your life, and trusting that seating and grounding and landing the sense of value as something that cannot be taken. Not defending it because there's nothing to defend, because it can't be taken. Interesting. But what is this like cosmic force coming up from the earth? This protective energy that's ensuring the success of something, that's protecting something from being taken. Thank you. Ace of Wands. Ooh. Follow the spark of something that's igniting passion for you, that's igniting possibility for you, and hold on to it. It's divinely guided. So getting into the cards, we have the Hierophant in the reverse, clarified by the Two of Swords reversed. Moving into Judgment reversed, clarified by the King of Swords upright. Then we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position, clarified by Temperance. Okay. Go back to the beginning, cabin in the woods. It's like there's a choice. I feel like, did I say that earlier? There's a choice to either accept something as it is, the status quo of something, but that's not feeling too satisfying. It's not feeling too satisfying. There's a need to pivot, to change directions, and to, whoever is connecting with this message this far in, there's a way that something has been delayed or stalled, and the need to reduce the interference is the need to face the truth of a situation and to speak it and to act on it. There's like a lingering, there's like a term, a kind of obscure term from human design, which is a modality that I'm not super fluent in. So I don't really know what it means, but I just heard hanging gate. Hanging gate. So it's like there's some sort of inherent power, some sort of gift within, but there's a way that it can't actually ground in, or it hasn't been able up until now to make some sort of vital connection that would allow it to be expressed. So it's like there's something not surprising about this energy. It's like maybe something that you kind of saw coming, but you were kind of putting off in some capacity, or thought that you would kind of be able to. It's like, so there's a story that if I question this thing, it's going to cause more tumult, more like conflict than it's worth. But with the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, both in the reverse position, both kind of choice points of like balancing, in some ways trying to like not rock the boat, stay in the middle, this kind of point of the hanging gate. That's interesting. Go back to the beginning. I'm gonna ask about that. What is at the beginning that we're ready to reclaim and to act upon? Okay, that's crazy. Because I was thinking about this deck, like what decks I wanted to have for this reading. And in my mind's eye, I thought about this card coming out in the reverse position. But the way I was thinking about it before, like in the, just on being on the outer circle of this reading, now it doesn't feel right. Whoa. There's something that's like, it's like something that didn't feel like it would ever shift, but now it has, and you don't know how to get this new read on the situation. Whoa. What is this energy? I get one more. The thing that you can't lose. Why not fall apart? Whoa. Refining something. And that's the thing. That's what was tripping me up earlier in the energy. Because when I was thinking about refining it and like polishing it, I was like I associate polished with like having makeup on, having some sort of facade, and that being polished. But the energy here is saying, no, you're polished when you're broken open. When a situation has cracked you open so much that it's like there's a big existential reckoning moment here. It's like, what's real? And what's real is the truth. And the only reason there's so much interference is because there's so much distortion around the truth. Because there's a very like elevated perspective here that if this reading is resonating with you, belongs to you. You have this elevated perspective of being able to see how in this chaos, and it's kind of the energy of someone being like, help. Like I've been hearing that a lot recently, someone just being like in a kind of exasperated, just the word help. But there's a part of you that is kind of seeing how, but it's saying help in a way that's not really, it's like a situation that could be resolved. And there's the choice to kind of stay in this like brackish waters. Interesting. To like not commit to something, but there's a need to commit to something. Commit to facing yourself when you're broken open. In addition, all of it for all of us, and share the risk came out. Interesting imagery, pretty similar, both in their reverse position. A need to stand on your own in some capacity. Something has gotten a little bit murky with resources. Some sort of lopsided power dynamic. Something that's not totally making sense. It's like a sense of like proceed carefully with something. Proceed carefully with something. go back to the beginning. Okay, can we get a little bit more information, Spirit, on the interference and what part of self is ready to be reclaimed in the breaking open? First, let's actually start. What has broken open? What is this broken open? What lie has, the veil of what lie has been lifted? The veil of what lie? What lie has been lifted? I don't really like this energy, to be honest. Okay. There's some sort of hypocrisy here. That's the right word. There's some kind of hypocrisy. There's someone who's frowning down upon something that they're benefiting from. This feels big. This doesn't feel like a personal, this feels like beyond the personal level. Like someone frowning upon something, interesting. Frowning upon someone, I wanted to say, who's enjoying something while secretly enjoying that thing behind the person's back. There's a lot of hypocrisy and weird double-layered energy going on. This feels like the interference that I said. Okay, Spirit, what is this interference? Interfering with the refining of some essential thing that cannot be taken. What is this interference? It feels like hard to concentrate. It's like so much, whoa. Ten of Wands is the interference. Okay, this kind of feels like the sunk cost fallacy. A little bit of the interference is thinking that you need to continue pushing something, that it's time to, the truth is that it has become a distraction from the main thing. It's kind of like a gnat, the energy of like a colossal gnat. Like something that it's annoying, it's irritating, it's kind of infuriating, to be honest. There's a way that some side thing has become the main thing, and it's time to kind of cut out some kind of excess, to face ourselves, to return to the beginning, and to kind of have a touching point with home, which would, I think about home, I think of the self, the core self that can't. What is this? Okay. What is the core gem within that we're invited to bring out? Yes. It's like there's some sort of crossed wires energy where it's like something looks dire, but it's not. Just return home. Return to the devil in the reverse position. Again, it's like a lot of us who are, if this reading makes any sort of sense to you, which if it does, please let me know, because I'm in the dark here too. It's like this is what this hypocrisy, this hypocritical energy is it's trying to seem bigger than it is. But but there are moments where if this is a person in your life, it's gonna click, where they have this very stoic kind of looking down upon because they gain power through distancing themselves from you by looking down upon what nourishes you, what feeds you, what you love. They're kind of downplaying something that's really important to you, and part of cutting out the interference is acknowledging how important something is and the need to align, to live from that truth and to not let it, to cut out the excess. Okay. Is there anything else I need to say, or has this message been conveyed? Let's see. Spirit, what else am I invited to share? If anything, what else do I need to say about this message? It's feeling complete. Something is broken open. Yeah. This reading is complete with the Hanged Man, the Tethered One in the reverse position. We have all the clarity that we need. And a new perspective isn't necessary. Interesting. A new perspective isn't necessary. This is confirmation that what you know is correct. And you're ready to proceed with it, to lead with it. To go home in some capacity. That might be some more literal for some of us, maybe actually visiting a home from earlier in your life, visiting. There's an interesting way that like closure, endings and beginnings are really, they're dancing pretty close. But it's important to step over the threshold of hesitancy that has been that's benefiting someone here. Someone is benefiting from feeling guilty about. Someone's benefiting from someone feeling guilty. Okay, I don't know. So weird. Anyways, I hope this made any sort of sense. Many blessings to you, and I wishing you a lot of strength.